Okay, mic check. Hello. Okay, mic check. Hello. Woohoo! Good. Now then. Okay, I'm having a brain fart. Give me a sec. Yeah. I do have something going on my, yeah, I do have something going, although it was a little sad about what I tried doing, give me a sec, about 3 weeks ago. I tried something like 3 weeks ago, and it did not work out too well. That was straight up on my computer, okay? Now, however, also 3 weeks ago, I've also did, well, from this video, it's 3 weeks ago, okay? I can't really say how, like, if you're watching this in the future now, you know, if you're watching this video in the future, and it says, like, it's a month, you know, if it says, like, this was a month ago, and I'm talking about 3 weeks ago, and you're looking at something that was, you know, like, after this, then, yeah, I'm actually talking before this video, not after, okay? Like, I did something after I'd finished up the Uncharted The Lost Legacy game, okay? I did try something, and, basically, if you were not paying attention, basically, if you're an underage little person, an underage kid or whatever, there is a video where you get to look at all the games that I have on Steam, okay? You don't worry about the games that are in my folder that says, one sec, yeah, no ending, okay? Games that have no ending quite literally mean that you just start up the game and it just keeps going on and on and on until you run out of energy, and then you come back the following day and you have to read and do more stuff to be able to do more stuff again the next day. That is a game that has no ending. Okay? There are games like that where it just doesn't end. And technically right now, in a technical sense, there is one game in there that doesn't end. But there is one in there that also sort of ends, but it really does not end. Okay? Like, if you're familiar with the game called Helldivers 2, that is a game that doesn't have an ending. That is just a game where you play cooperatively, cooperative. You play co-op. Okay? You play co-op with your friends, and not kill them. I'm trying to do the air quotes and can't really see. It's a little bright over there. Grat. Oh well. Make do with what we got, right? But yeah, you play co-op. Helldivers 2 is a co-op game where you play with other friends, quote friends, and quote cooperative, playing co-op. And you just go out, kill either bugs, robots, or mutant zombie thingies. Okay? Now, don't correct me on it. I've played the game. I'm just generalizing the terminology. Okay? And yes, they are mutant zombie things. Okay? Because, one, how are they created? Well, they're made from dead people. Okay? Thus the zombies. How are they mutant? Well, they could possibly, they look as if they could shoot a laser from their eyes. Okay? That's what they look like they could do. But yeah. But yeah. But yeah, it's just basically games like that. Then there's basically, like I said, any game that you see in the no ending folder that I showed off, I was just showing off that I got games in there. They're just games that don't have an ending. Like, they just keep going on and on. And you just keep leveling yourself up till you get to a very high level to where you own everything. And thus you become that super player. And thus start wrecking every other player in the game. Just for fun. That is not fun, okay? That kind of fun is not fun. So, in the folder of the Steam games, that is what you choose to vote. I'm letting you comment and vote on those games. Okay? Now, I really did rewatch the video myself, and oh my god, I am sorry for that. That's not my end. Okay, if you cannot read the words, that's like I said, not my end. I can read all these clearly. I can sit way back here. That is like, I don't know, a good 2-3 feet away from my monitor, and I can read each clearly. Okay, I don't even know what the hell happened with YouTube in my live stream of showing off all the games. But if you can see the icon, better, just do your best at describing the icon. Like, say, the gold bordered game, the game with the hammer looking thing and the red and gold background. Just describe it like that. Or the the game with the Anarchy A, or you just describe the picture. Just do your best to describe. If I misread what you called the icon, like if you said say the game with the man, the man's face on it. Yeah, that's quite a few games, okay? So try to be as descriptive as you can to the best of your abilities, okay? Just do your best. I'm not telling you, just do your best describing it, okay? Just do your best at describing what the icon looks like. Describe color. Just describe it the best you can, okay? Now, of course, there is another folder called Personal Steam Games. That is where you are needing to be of age, okay? Now, those games I will also play, but you better be of the age, okay? If you are not of the adult age level in your country, state, whatever, right? Wherever you're watching that, basically you have to be like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure most countries and states, nations, all those everywhere around the world, I'm pretty sure that the average adult age is 18. In some places, like in my state, you're technically considered an adult at the age of 16. Okay? In my state, you're technically considered an adult by the age of 16. Okay? So yeah, I don't know about any other state in the United States, but in mine, it's a bit iffy around the age of 16. Okay, and that's where there's people older than me who don't keep up with the whole age of consent. Let's just use that word. The age of consent is how old you gotta be in order to watch and see any of those personal Steam games, okay? You have to be of the age of consent, okay? Now, unless you're that underage kid who goes and puts down that their birth date was 1864, I'm pretty sure YouTube is allowed to be like, How are you not dead? Yeah, they better ban those, okay? So don't put down that your age is like, that you were born in 1864, okay? You would have to be really, really stupid. That makes you almost 200
Where
years
is
old.
Caravan Stories gone yet?
Excuse me. Yes, Caravan Stories is gone on the PS4. I have not tried the PS5 because I do not own a PS5. But if you do, go ahead and try Caravan Stories. See if you can get into the game. If you can get into the game, good. I kicked my brother from my guild. I left the guild myself, saying goodbye, guys. It's been fun, and I left the guild, leaving it to someone else. Okay. But if you can get onto Caravan Stories on the PS5, then good. Go ahead and I didn't really. I just made it be before leaving. I left one of the guildmates in charge, saying, you know, I didn't really say what to do, but there's really not much to really do on being guild master. Being a sub master to the guild master, not very much difference. Okay. And pretty much most of my guildmates were pretty much sub-masters. So I was just promoting them based on how much contribution they did. Made them feel special, like, hey, you did 1,000,000 points of contribution into the guild. You're a sub-master, you know? And basically anyone who's, like, just starting only had, like, say, 1,000, they were rank 1, you know? I mean, there was, like, really no, like, the guild, ranking system was broken a bit, so, they never came back to fix it or anything, so I just left it as is.
Bro, is Caravan Stories gone yet?
Oh my god, lady! I just answered that frickin' question! You don't have to repeat it! Oh god.
And also I visited your country recently.
Yeah, you said you were in New York? That you went to New York? Crazy, wasn't it? But anyways, let's get on to the starting this up.
Yep, I went to the top of the Empire State Building. Give me a second here. What states have you been to?
I've been to Florida. I've been to I went as far as Roswell, New Mexico, as far south and west. Far south and east, I went as far as Florida. So, and I'm in the Midwestern states, so. Oh. Why does it hover over the reject? I don't want to reject. I want to. Yeah. See, now it's hovered over the
Michigan,
enable.
right?
Yes. And if you were in New York, you're technically. I'm not saying New York, New York. I'm just saying in the state of New York. You're technically next door to me. I know it's a little weird saying it like that, but if you were to actually look at the map of New York to where Michigan is, you were really not that far off. I mean, all you had to do is, since New York, you know, New York City of New York, whatever, where the Empire State Building is, if you would have had like north for, I don't know, a few 100 miles, I'm of course rounding, if you went north a few 100 miles and then headed west, up to near Syracuse in New York, all you had to do is head west of that, going through Canada for like a day, not really a day, but about 12 hours of going through Canada, possibly, estimated. You would seriously get dropped off not far from me. But yeah, like I said, from New York to Michigan, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. So anyways, I don't care about the display name. It's just a display name. Okay.
You gotta visit NYC.
Yeah. I know, that way I can eventually be like, hey, I'm walking here! You know, yelling at the drivers. I'm in the crosswalk, and the light's meant for the cars to go. And I'm sitting there going, hey, I'm walking here! Fit right in, right? Black level. Sure. Okay. I tried asking my brother to jump in on this game with me, and he said no. So, I mean, he would be a high level character.
Hey, and walking here gets hit by yellow cat.
Yeah. No. Then I can play. Then I can pretend to be Spider-Man. Because that's what happened in like the first Spider-Man movie when I'm pretty sure it was a taxi cab that Peter almost got hit by in the very first live-action movie. I don't know about the comics, but yeah. Anyways, so hit play. But yep, I don't have a save game, but let's see what it says of load character. You currently have no character. Okay. I thought maybe I could see like what the other classes were, but no. Okay, let's get to it.
Do you remember what country in the hint it's in Europe?
I can guess like a lot of countries in Europe. Like I want to guess London, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna say no. You know, like London, England. I know it's not really called London when in Europe. It's actually the country's called England, but people really do tend to get that confused. So, but normally when they do say London, they really do meant to say England. Okay, so at least people should be happy. At least be like, hey, at least I remember the name of a city in England. You know, don't get irate over something that stupid of a context. People everywhere get confused all the time about how about places.
In Ireland.
Yeah. Ireland, home of the drunks. No, I kid.
A world forged by wonder and ruled by fate. The battle between these powers has raged since the beginning. Evil and good. Villains and heroes. A vicious cycle, endlessly repeated. Wonder is the power of a cruel, unpredictable god. But fate, there's one alone who can wield fate.
Yet we have leprechauns, potatoes, and Guinness.
The Fate Maker. That's you. Heavy, right? Fate maker. Big responsibility. Honestly, I wouldn't even blame you if you just laid down in a puddle and gave up. But if not, if you try and prove yourself as Fate Maker, then heed the warning I give all heroes. Together you fight. Together you shall fall.
Ha! Critical hit! The undead fall beneath our blade! Ah!
Oh yeah! Same! It's going real good over here, blade-wise. We're coming for you, Dragon Lord!
Fools! Your party of heroes can't stop me. Already Wow, you guys got here fast.
Like you said, we're the heroes. I am Valentine, gallant adventurer. The
Do you
scary
play
step
chess?
What about that one?
That's the newbie. It's their first adventure.
Oh, come on. Their figure isn't even fully painted.
Enough talk. We're here to stop you from taking the soul energy.
Fools! I've already absorbed all of the soul energy. I'm invincible!
Oh, man. Sorry, newbie. We missed the soul energy.
Castles will burn. Babies will cry. More than usual. My skeleton armies will wash over the lands.
Looking bad. How do we win this?
We attack! Together!
Pathetic. Especially you, newbie. They don't make heroes like they used to. Time to die!
But then, just as the heroes lose hope, they hear...
A name?
Yeah, and also like, you know, like a sparkly rainbow, which goes like quickle caw caw caw. It is Queen Buttstab, the most beautiful and perfectest ruler in all the land.
Hold on, what game are we playing here?
We're playing Bunkers and Badasses, baby! And I, Tiny Tina, am the Bunker Master. So what I say, goes! And I say there's a magical diamond by a unicorn named Butt Stallion who saves the day!
Oh. I was kind of hoping we would save the day.
You will, Valley Girl. I just gotta set the stakes. Now, let's table talk. Cue Dragon Lord!
But, Stallion, you may be the most beautifulest, perfectest ruler in all the land, but this time, I've won.
But Butt Stallion was wielding the coolest sword in the whole world. The Sword of Sword.
And to answer your question, yes, I don't know if you're still there, but yes,
Oh, would you? I just made those skeletons. No! No! I curse you, Valentine! And I curse you, Fret! And most of all, I curse you, newbie! Whatever your name is, I will return and finally rid this world of heroes!
And with that, the Dragon Lord was defeated. For now. Explosion complete! Who's ready to rickety roleplay?
Yeah, might as well. We're stranded here after that mountain totally jumped out at our ship.
Yeah, he crashed it. I'm in. I love bunkers and badasses. I've already got a level 40 character.
No. We are making all new characters. This is the newbie's first game, and I'm gonna make sure it's an adventure they'll never forget.
You ready, newbie?
Time for character sheets, baby!
Hey, look, I rolled a 20. Let's see, if I go up, up, down, down, left, right, B. Oh, no, I can't hit B. There's no B. Damn it. And there's no start. Darn it. I have no
Can
start.
you do an Irish accent?
I could try. But about the whole chess thing, I did long time ago, but then I found my true calling, which is what I'm doing right now. I found chess boring. I was like, why would I command an army from behind from behind the lines when I can control the army from the front lines? Okay, like I said, I could try doing that Irish accent. I just need to what's the word?
Yes, please try.
Okay. No. What if I flip it though? What? Oh man, I need to hear. I need to hear in order. Oh. I just need to hear it. Oh, Google Translator, curse you! I just need to hear it to try it. And the lady speaking for you guys ain't helping. I don't really want to know.
Just a journey race.
No. No, that's... Yeah, no. When someone is asked to do an Irish accent, they go and try to think of talking like a leprechaun. No! You don't talk like a leprechaun. You don't go, oh, hi, doity, you know, kind of, no! Where's, you know what? Give me a minute. Come on, get in there. Get in the hole. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, the ad. And I can't skip it. I mean, to speak the Irish accent, there is a bit of a high pitchedness, but you don't actually. There is a bit of a high pitch to speaking in Irish, but you don't speak like a leprechaun. To some or if not most Irishmen, they could find that insulting. Or they could just find it funny. Flat out funny. Then again, drunk. I kid, of course.
I find it funny.
Yeah, well, you know, in this day and age, some could actually find it
Cousin
not funny.
drunk all the time.
Yeah, we're see, like I said, you find it funny, but I'm pretty sure you might run into, you know, I'm pretty sure you could run into that one person who's probably not find it funny, you know, but you know, trying to speak like a leprechaun and whatnot, but yeah. But yeah, like I said, there's people out there who can get easily butthurt over just the tiniest little detail. It's crazy. It is crazy. And I had something here and I lost the. Oh,
I have a friend like that. I told him he looked like Shrek and he smashed Hiya TV. His.
yeah. Yeah, like I said, people can get. There are people out there who can really get butthurt over just a tiny little funny detail, even though it's funny and it's also possibly true. I mean, seriously. There's an anime out there called Hetalia. Okay? Hetalia. Okay? That's how it's spelled. And that show is basically about, like, say, around World War II kind of deal or something like that. Especially if you watch the Axis show. Or Paint It White. or something, whatever. They had a couple movies called Axis and then another one called Paint It White. But yeah, if you watch Hetalia, that basically you'll see this guy who's playing America, right? He's playing America, of how America is seen in a general term. And what you see him doing is you'll see him. He's got blonde hair, blue eyes, sometimes wearing glasses when he's trying to be smart. And he's sitting there, like, in one of the scenes, he's sitting there pointing out a map. You know, he's like pointing out a map, describing his plan of attack while stuffing his face with burgers while describing the plan. Okay? And yes, that was how America was actually visualized. Now, is it visualized that up to this day? Maybe. Who knows? I mean, like I said, times change, stuff changes. I mean, if you seriously watch anything from, like, if you can find any show or anime, just anything, from, like, the 1980s or from, like, when your country was doing bad, when your rules have changed to, you know, like, if you find something that was in the past that's considered bad or inappropriate, you would be like, oh god, I see why. Okay? But was it funny at the time that it was made? Yes. And should that show be banned? I don't think so. That was something that we had happen in our history, and it might be inappropriate to other countries, but it's part of history. It was made. It's best to just learn from it. Like, be like, just don't put a ban on it. Just be like, hey, just do like what Disney does on every one of their shows that are old and out of date, like Aladdin. Okay, I'm not talking about the new Aladdin, the live action one. I'm talking about the old one. Okay, I'm talking about the very old one, the old cartoon. Okay, Disney put up a thing of a blurb saying that this may seem inappropriate to certain cultured individuals. So please be advised when watching this. Thank you. And the countdown, and there's like a little countdown timer. But that's basically what the gist of it is what Disney has on some of their old videos, that some certain cultures will find this inappropriate or offensive, and to please be advised when watching it. So just do something like that. Don't put a ban on it. Just put an advisory. Okay? Yeah, I'm not going to be a Stabomancer. Clawbringer. Yeah, that's what, the robot guy was. Spell Shot. I'm not reading the skills. I'm just going to read the classes right now. Graveborn. Now that sounds like something up my alley of a class name. Spore Warden. Berserker. Blight Caller. And Stabomancer. Okay. So, Stabomancer is class feat Dirty Fighting. The Fate Maker's critical hit chance is increased. Great for, you know, stabbing. So basically we got increased critical hit. Like, we can do critically... We can critically hit more often with our melee. From the... I mean, it just says it's increased, and it's a, you know, it just says great for, you know, stabbing. The action skill is Ghost Blade. The Fate Maker throws out a Ghost Blade which spins in place, dealing melee damage to nearby enemies based on the Fate Maker's equipped melee weapon. So basically, the appearance of our weapon and the damage is what our melee weapon is. Okay. Pressing R1 while Ghost Blade is active causes it to teleport to the targeted location. So I can basically just be like, Ghost Blade, and then all of a sudden I see another guy over there. I'm like, there. There's a guy over there. And just, whoop, there goes the Ghost Blade going from there to there. And then, from the shadows, the Fate Maker enters stealth, turning invisible. While in stealth, all damage dealt is automatically a critical hit. But critical hits deal reduced damage. Clawbringer has Wyvern Companion. Now, I do like having a companion. Is accompanied by a companion, a wyvern. In this case, it looks like, wow! Not Talon. Bloodwing. Bloodwing and Talon. You know, like, Talon is Bloodwing's offspring, as Mordecai's gonna call it. God, I already posted that. But, in a more sense of a term, technically Talon is, you know, Mordecai's new pet bird. It's still technically, I think, if I'm correct, I'm not really I'm not really remembering on the lore of the bird. Like when Bloodwing died, Mordecai found an egg of Bloodwing's and grabbed it and called it Talon. Now, I don't know if the egg came from Bloodwing as Bloodwing died. That's what I do not know. I mean, there's a whole quest on it and everything before Bloodwing died. About how Bloodwing was, acting weird.
Do you know good FPS games to keep me occupied?
Okay, now, that, I'm of course assuming that you are meaning first-person shooter and not frames per second. That changeover of terminology, my God, that was quite a changeover of terminology. And there's still people out there who are much older than me, or probably just as old as me, and they still want to think that the person might have meant frames per second. Okay, so try not to get mad at them because computers and technology has really drastically changed within 10 years. And mind you, this terminology changed like 20 years ago. Okay, 20 years ago, quite literally 20 years ago, when someone mentioned FPS, sometimes I've actually meant frames per second. Okay, but you know, like I said, in that 10-year time from 2000 to 2010. That terminology drastically changed from FPS to, of the frames per second to first-person shooter. Now, to answer your question though about first-person shooters, I'm looking at my list right now. There is a game called Black Mesa, which is just basically playing the Half-Life game. I haven't really played the whole Half-Life game. I got stuck at a certain point in the game of the original, but it's still pretty much the same way. It's just been revamped, kind of deal. Like the game Black Mesa is actually a remaster, re-graphic, more up to date. Like all the scientists are not all just two guys. Seriously. The original Half-Life game was just two guys, a generic cop, and then a bunch of different soldiers as bad guys. Those are your human enemies. Oh, and then there's of course G-Man. That's optional. That guy's optional though, of what you want to call him. Okay, but in the game Black Mesa, the game story is still the same. It's just that there's now actually different people. Like there's actually females in that game, okay? There's actually female scientists in the game. There's not just two scientist guys and a cop as the good guys, okay? There is actually more than just the two of the same scientists and one same cop, okay? There's more, okay? And it's all much better graphical looking than the original game. However, if you want to know how people felt playing the original game, I would suggest playing the original game called Half-Life. But if you want to play the more graphical game because you don't want to see all that flat, boxy, pixelated crap, then play Black Mesa. That is one good game, okay? It is a good game. You're playing as a guy named Gordon Freeman who has to, well, survive a secret lab being attacked by the military in order to destroy it for doing something that they were not meant to do. But, I mean, like I said, you're playing Gordon Freeman who is just happen to be just doing his job. Well, So far it's on the computer on Steam, but I don't know if it's on PlayStation or not. Right now I'm just naming some computer games right now, but let's see. Let's see, other first-person shooter games. Well, there is a game called Delta Force. I haven't really played the new one, but the old games, yeah, they were really first-person shooter, and they were really complicated to play too. But like I said, it depends on what system you're going to be playing on. If it's like, if you're saying like PS5, then I don't know very many games that are on the PS5 right now. Same with the new Xbox console. I don't know very many games on the new consoles. Okay? I just know some of the games that were on the PS4 or the Xbox One have moved over onto the new consoles. Okay? Ew. Wow, that went... How in the hell did that go bad on you guys? Anyways. So, let's see. Let me see if I can change my...
PS5, PC, Xbox, Switch. I'm addicted to games.
You and me both. My only problem is that I don't have the money for all those consoles. A PS5 here is still like $600 or something like that. That would take up 2 of my paychecks. Can't help it that my job had a little, my place of work had a fire, and then stuff happened. Hey, that fixed it somehow. Don't ask how, but that fixed it. But yeah, PC wise though, well, if you do want, I know you said first-person shooter, but I do know a very old game, but it's not really a first-person shooter, but it's a very unique puzzle game. Okay? It's a puzzle game where you're playing as a guy, and you basically end up killing your teammates. Well, you don't really kill them yourselves, but you get to watch them die in front of you. But you get to... Oh, one sec. Yes? Yeah? I don't know. I think Vinny's probably... No, I think his phone's probably dead again or something. Didn't charge, or it's probably left on Do Not Disturb mode or something. I don't know. Okay. See you then. Bye. Okay. Let's see, where was it? Oh yeah. But yeah, the game's called The Dig, and you do get to watch your crewmates die right before your eyes. Okay? But there are crystals in the game that you can actually use to bring them back from death. Okay? Now, however, not to spoil anything about it, but those crystals are also bad. Those crystals, and using them, are bad to use. Okay? Sure, they bring a person back from death, but they're more psychotic. Let's just go with that as an easier term. With each, like, every time they die and you keep using the crystal on them again, they're just going to come back more psychotic. But yeah, it's basically, like I said, it's a puzzle game where you go here, there, and yonder just to try to figure out how to get back home, is all. Basically, your team was sent to go destroy an asteroid because it was going to collide into Earth, and when you guys did so, all you managed to do was open up the asteroid. It almost didn't do jack when you blew up the asteroid. when you attempted to blow up the asteroid. It didn't do anything. But instead, you and your 2 other crewmates get sent to a world where you go and figure out what the hell brought us here, how the hell do we get out of here? And that's about it. Now back to about first-person shooter games. Now, if you're, of course, of the age of consent, as I stated earlier in the video, if you are of the age of consent, I would suggest playing Duke Nukem, okay? That is a first-person shooter. It can be third-person, I guess, if you wanted to, but the game's most likely better off played first-person because most stuff you interact with is you just be sitting there picking up and throwing, and whatnot. But yeah, there's Duke Nukem 3D, which is the game that I played a long time ago. Okay, right now they got their 20th anniversary world tour, whatever. It's like Duke Nukem 3D 20th anniversary world tour. It's not the exact title. I might have rearranged the wording on it after the 3D part, but yeah, it is a game where the 20th anniversary world tour, long ass title name, that is where the game is more updated graphics compared to the original game. The original game was actually just called Duke Nukem 3D. Okay, so the whole Duke Nukem 3D 20th anniversary world tour, whatever, that is where the game has been remastered to where it, like what you're looking at now, okay? Where everything is more not pixelated. It's actually, oh, I'm trying to rotate the character. Where it's like this, But yeah, like I said, the Duke Nukem games, I would suggest you also play that if you're of the age of consent in your state, country, whatever. If you're allowed. I'm not gonna suggest adultery games to people underage. I'm not that terrible of a person. Maybe to my own kids, but I don't have any right now. But hey, I'd rather teach them as young, have them get their shits and giggles out. That's how I was raised. My shits and giggles whenever I went to that health education class, I wasn't laughing. I was laughing with the other people. Just to make me look like I'm not laughing with the teacher saying those words. Okay? But it is yet also funny when you're hearing someone much older than you saying it, though. Don't ask me how, but it is. Now, of course, obviously, any Elder Scrolls game, okay, that is definitely always a first-person shooter, and only in the later games, such as Morrowind, so Elder Scrolls 3, 4, and 5, even the Elder Scrolls Online, those games are, they are first-person, like they can be, but they're also over-the-shoulder, third-person, whatever you want to call it, okay? So, however, before Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, before that, every Elder Scrolls game before, they were always first-person, okay? Let's see, more PC games here. I played a game called Fallen Aces. That's a first-person. The Far Cry games, that's always first person. Every Far Cry game, Far Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all first person, okay? Let's see. Game called Grounded. That's first person and third person. And speaking of Grounded, to those who did not know, Grounded is, yes, now available on the PlayStation. Okay? It's
How
available
do
to play
you
on the
remember all
PlayStation.
this game info?
Don't ask. Just don't ask. My brain... Basically, if you want to think of it like this. You know how when you... I don't know if you've seen the movie, but bear with me if you haven't. But if you did see it, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. If you remember watching the movie called Inside Out by Disney Pixar made it? Or no, I know Disney made it, but also Illumination? Was it Illumination or was it Pixar? I forget. Doesn't matter. Just the movie Inside Out, right? The first movie, not the second, the first. In the first movie, if you remember seeing the scene where you can see this big, massive pit where all the memories are getting dumped, yeah, my mind is filled, and none of those memories are wanting to get dumped. Okay? None of those memories are wanting to just fade away into nothingness. You know, my shelving space is full to where those memory cells where they're cleaning up, finding old memories that are no longer needed. Yeah, apparently they're somehow on break because they don't want to do anything because of the fact being is that the pit is too full. Okay? Like I said, don't ask. Let's see. But yeah, Grounded, as I was saying though, it is available for PlayStation now, and you can cross-platform with PC and Xbox users if you have the PlayStation version. Okay? And yes, if you have the Xbox or PC version of Grounded, you can also cross-platform. However, I did try something because I got the game from my brother on his PlayStation. I decided to download it on my end too, and I tried playing Grounded on my PlayStation with my computer. Did not want to work. I kept getting logged out of the crossplay. Okay? It would have been fun. It would have been funny, and I would have enjoyed it if I was actually able to play with my PlayStation here, playing Grounded, streaming it, while I'm sitting here playing as my much better character on, like I'm sitting here streaming on the PlayStation here with you guys watching me play it, and I'm sitting here playing it on the PC, and my brother's playing on his PlayStation, and the three of us are all together, Like I said, I wish I could have done that, but no. I even tried making it be I tried my computer being the host, and the PlayStation did not want to, find it because crossplay was disabled on my computer. Okay? But it was enabled on the PlayStation. So, why couldn't I have seen my game, That was the one weird thing. I'm like, okay. So, then I tried the PlayStation being the host, and with the crossplay disabled, while the computer was crossplay enabled, and still couldn't see the other. I even had my brother try it, and that tried being the host, and only one could join, but not the other. Okay? Like I said, it was very weird. Even though my PlayStation was the one joining and didn't need crossplay enabled to join his game. So what the hell? But yeah, Grounded is a first-person game, and only becomes a bit third-person whenever you're floating around on a dandelion. But yeah, Grounded's a bit of a fun survival game. There is an ending to it, so. There's of course Halo. I did play Halo a long time ago. I enjoyed it, but then all of a sudden, once they got up to Halo 4, once they made Halo 4, I was like, no, just no. I just noped it, okay? Any Halo game after 4, it's, no, not canon to me, no. Master Chief was long gone. He was floating off in space in 3. Okay? Only Arbiter made it back. Master Chief was floating off in space. Just sort of just ended it there. But nope. Halo 4 gets released. And I'm like, oh. The guy's got 3 games is a character's limit. Okay? When you have a main character from the first game, the second game, and in a third game, 3 games is the limit for that main character. Okay? 3 games. Don't bring him back for more. Especially with how 3 ended. Okay? Especially when one of the Fable games, yes, Fable, okay? I think it was Fable 2, I believe, where in the game, excuse me, talking too much. I need water. Not this. I need, like, phone!
What about bringing the character back as a side character?
Yeah, but he better not be playable. Don't make the character playable. Yeah, you can bring the characters back, just don't make them playable, okay? Like, I know that there's going to be a Borderlands 4 coming out. I don't know when. I don't even know if it's out yet or when it is. But when it does, I'm seriously starting to expect Borderlands to be like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands here. Okay? I'm expecting it to be something like this. Where only, you know, it's something like this, but you get to choose any character who's still alive. Okay, and let's say you're going after all the sirens. Okay, finding all the sirens in all of Borderlands. You know, you got Maya is still alive. That's one thing. Maya's still alive. Then you got her apprentice. Or no. Sorry, Maya's dead. Hold on. Yeah, Maya's dead. That's right. Maya's dead. Lilith's dead. Tannis is Tannis, and then Maya's apprentice. Excuse me, I got changed out of this shirt. Give me a sec. I am way too warm. Way too warm. Screw it. It's a short sleeve shirt. I am slightly off camera. Ugh. Whew, that stinks. Ugh. I should have turned that off a long time ago. But yeah, as I was saying, feels a whole lot better. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm forgetting Maya's apprentice's name right now, but basically, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. That they should be going, that the group that's traveling through space, all the Vault Hunters, they should be traveling through space, finding all the sirens, collecting them together, and then going Vault hunting for real. Okay? See, Borderlands 3 had something going there. That's something of what I was expecting with Vault hunting. Going from planet to planet, going after effing vaults. Okay? That's what I was expecting to happen in, like, their next game after, like, 2. So they had something going there with me. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Okay? So, if and when Borderlands 4 does come out, I'm expecting more than just going up to, like, what was it, 6 planets for a vault? Wasn't it? Like, 6 planets? That's what it felt like. 6 different planets for a vault. And that's just the base story. I'm not talking about DLCs. It was like 6 planets, right? And you visit like Pandora like 4 times for let's see. Yeah, Pandora had 4 effing vaults on it. Yeah, Pandora had 4 vaults on it, and its fucking moon had a vault on it. That's 5. God. So, I'm just saying, there better not be no Pandora planet visiting, okay? I mean, unless there's a way to visit the planet without fudging up the story of it. That way whenever people go to visit Pandora, they could see, like, what Lilith did, you know? So that way people can be like, oh, that's so nice to see. Instead of seeing an effing moon, okay? Let's see what else. But yeah, like I said, you visit Pandora like 4 times in total for a vault. Throughout all of Borderlands. I'm not just talking about just 3. I'm talking about all. So yeah. Let's see. But anyways, more about first-person shooters. There is a game called High on Life. It's also on the PC and Xbox. But I never really looked on the PlayStation here. But if I was to look now, I would be blue screening you guys, and I don't want to be that mean. I mean, I'm already being mean right now just by looking at the Clawbringer here. I've been trying to go to. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, High on Life, that's another first-person shooter. Something to try. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, obvious. Let's see, first-person shooters. Well, it's not really much of a shooter, but more like you're just driving in the game from one spot to another, keeping your car repaired and whatnot. Just driving from one end of the world to another end of the world. You know, just the game's just called The Long Drive, and all you're doing is you're just driving from one location of a tiny little shack with garage attached to the next, keeping your car repaired and possibly upgrading it or changing it to however you want your car to look like, styled, you know? That's how you change up your car. There is, of course, a motorcycle in the game. I mean, I can name other games that... I'm just right now naming what's on my list here right now. So I can get something going here in my head. Let's see. I think the Mafia games were a first-person shooter game. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking about it, but let's get to the game playing. I think I wasted a lot of time sitting at this screen here. I'm sorry. Can't help when someone asks a question, you gotta answer, you know? But yeah. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying Halo was a good game or a bad game. I'm saying it was an okay game because of the fact being is that one major character of a protagonist should have, like, if you really want to keep them going, then you gotta keep the story interesting. Don't just, like, leave them cliffhanging for some other game company to go and pick up, like Fable 2, I believe, comes along and goes, oh, look, Master Chief's left floating off in space. Well, Fable 2 picked up, I'm pretty sure, or it was Fable 3, but the point being is that it picked one, either 2 or 3 where it picked up, where you can pick up Hal's sword and Hal's rifle. Yes, look up those weapons. Those were weapons that you can get in the Fable game of either 2 or 3, I forget which. And yes, they are the energy sword and the assault rifle in the Fable games. And what is stated about the game, what it stated when you go to find it, like the lore behind it, is that this thing fell from the sky and crash landed here. And that's all that's left is his armor and weapons. Okay? Now, I liked that when that happened. I'm like, oh wow, that's a pretty nice spin take on it. But was it really Master Chief's sword and rifle? Not necessarily. It was just something for a ha-ha fun and laughter. But freaking Bungie 343, whatever the frick they're calling themselves right now, that made freaking Halo, they didn't need to keep up his story. Okay? Stop! If, like I said, if you want to keep his story going, don't leave him drifting off in fucking space. Don't leave him just drifting off in space like Team Rocket being blasted off. Okay? Don't. If they wanted to pick up on Master Chief again, they should have had him be that he managed to escape with frickin' Arbiter. Dumbasses. Anyways, back to the game. Clawbringer, oh yeah, the Wyvern Companion flies through the environment and attacks enemies with its claws and fire breath. Cleansing Flames, the Fate Maker summons their hammer and slams it into the ground, dealing fire melee damage, creating massive fire nova, and dealing fire ability damage to nearby enemies. Storm Dragon's Judgment. The Fate Maker summons their hammer and hurls it, dealing lightning melee damage to all enemies it touches. And okay, so basically this is a paladin. Okay, so we got a magical rogue. Okay, we got a magical rogue. Then we got a paladin. Sorry, not just a paladin with a summon. Then we got our wizard mage here, which casting a spell or reloading grants the Fate Maker a stack of spell weaving, increasing spell damage. Spell weaving stacks automatically decay after a few seconds. Polymorph. The Fate Maker magically turns an enemy into a harmless skeep. My bad. For a few seconds. The Fate Maker may equip a second spell in their inventory. So yeah, like I said, the wizard. A wizard with a gun. What? I mean, with the whole 5th edition of D&D, what would that be called? Oh, what's the word? It starts with an A, I believe. I forget. I think it's like not an automaton, but an it's like alchemist, but not. Alchemists deal with potions. Okay? But anyways, next. Graveborn. Okay. So the class feat is Demi-Lich Companion, which is that skull thingy. The Fate Maker is accompanied by a floating Demi-Lich Companion that targets enemies at range and deals dark magic damage. Dire Sacrifice. The Fate Maker just sacrifices a portion of their health to deal dark magic ability damage and apply dark magic status effects to all nearby enemies. Reaper of Bones. The Fate Maker is fully healed, gains increased dark magic efficiency, and deals bonus dark magic damage, but their health takes an ever-increasing amount of damage per second. When the Fate Maker would die, they instead become invulnerable for a short time. Spore Warden. So basically, Graveborn was our necromancer. But Spore Warden, Mushroom Companion. The Fate Maker is accompanied by a Mushroom Companion that targets nearby enemies and deals poison damage. The Fate Maker summons an ethereal bow, firing 7 arrows that deal ability damage on impact. Arrows ricochet twice between nearby enemies. The Fate Maker creates 3 frost cyclones for a duration that seek out nearby enemies, dealing frost ability damage over time. So basically, this is our... hold on. Camera's right there.
I don't give a shit. This is boring. Timeout.
What?
Are you on time?
Hmm?
Are you on timeout? Can they hear?
Yeah, they can hear. I can't pause. Yeah, I know. It's pretty bad. I know. want out? Mm. You bet you. Huh? How's this? Feeling good? There you go.
One shopping bay. First off, go get your ticket. Then, when you're in line for TSA, they tell you go over to the TSA section, whatever airport you're going to go to. This thing's Chicago. They're going to tell you, remove your shoes, remove your tray, remove your coat, if you're wearing a coat, plug it in the tray, put anything in your pockets in the tray. And then, what you do is you walk up after you got all that taken care of, you walk up and you do this, matching a cardboard silhouette cutout of a person okay, take the code off, but this time I had to, for them, I had to put my phone out separate and my tablet out separate, and any electronic devices I had out separate. Yeah. So, anyways, after you get through TSA, you can now each navigate the first floor of the shopping mall. Behind the airport terminals are shopping malls. No, this is how it is for all airports. There's a technical shopping mall behind it. You can buy your souvenirs that are overpriced, food that's overpriced. You guys, Mom saved me 20 before my trip. I spent the 20. Most of it she asked me for what I can put in this place so I can get a pizza and a freaking drink while I'm waiting on my flight. Because I'm hungry because they got dropped off bacon early. So I had to wait a few hours. But do you see what I'm getting at, right? What I ended up doing was having $4.55 inventory bill of $15, and I brought back $3.54. Here you go. Oh, this is American money. I said, yeah, but they traveled to Germany with me and back. Uh, you just tell them where you're sending it now. They might have each bank over there. But when you go to your bank, and if you know the country you're going to, let's say you're Holland, right? You tell your bank, I am going to travel on X date. I'll be returning back at the date. And they say, where are you traveling to? What's your name, BNPPN? And you tell them your bank location. You go, okay then. Now they'll know that that's not someone's credit card information. I'm going to Iraq. For how many days? But the whole point is, what I did find interesting over there, when an item says $20 on it, $20 is $20. Well, there is tax, but they already added it to the price. So when something's $20, you're literally lying if it's $20. The only reason I even had to do the stupid tax math in my head was because of the fact they had $1.12 for our exchange of euros. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Friend wanted to talk about something that was important, and where did I leave my controller at? Quick, people, help me find my controller. Try calling it. I don't know. Oh, there. I almost sat on it. Anyways. Okay. So, we're accompanied by a mushroom companion that does poison damage. Oh yeah, okay, so, yeah, I already read Spore Warden. What Spore Warden is, it's basically your druid with a bow. Okay? It's a druid with a bow. Berserker, it's, well, this class name states so. It's a berserker that does ice, or frost damage. Okay? Then we got Blight Caller, which, Whisper of Rot. Whenever the Fate Maker applies a status effect, they deal increased elemental damage for a duration, and the effect can stack. The Fate Maker summons a Bog Totem Companion, which of course was that thing in front, which spawns swarms of spooky elemental bog spirits to damage enemies. And Plague Storm. The Fate Maker calls forth a Plague Storm, dealing poison damage over time, in an area and periodically releasing elemental bolts that target random enemies and deal random elemental damage. So basically, as long as we apply a status effect, like a debuff, like slow or something, as long as a status effect is applied to an enemy, we then do our Plague Storm on the enemies, and we just watch them take increased elemental damage. So, okay. Now the Blight Caller is, in a sense, a witch doctor. So, I don't know. Blight Caller and Spore Warden, I think, was basically just calling me, I think. Let's see. We'll go with Spore Warden. Okay, so we chose our class. Now we get to... I can't really see that well. Okay. Our character. We got body and personality, facial features, face decoration, armor decoration, and then of course there's presets. Let's see what presets there are. Head presets. Newbie, no makeup, newbie, newbie. Then we got the chariot. Come on. Wow, that's pretty bad. Chariot, the sun, the star, the tower, the world, the hermit, the magician, the fool, the moon, the Hierophant. So, some probably be like, you're misreading that. That's not the Hierophant. That's the Hierophant. Whatever. Okay. Just some people just pronounce things differently, and just get over it. Okay. Still means the same thing of how they pronounce it. Anyways, the king, the queen, gearhead, the noble, and we're back to newbie. Sort of liked World, but not with the guy's face. I'm sorry. Magician there, that looks like a girl's face. Rather manly girl's face, though, to be honest. The Fool, the Moon. Again, I would say that looks like, it really does. The Moon looks, again, like another girl's face there, but yet that thing right between the lips, that looks like a mustache underneath the nose there. I know it's possibly a tattoo or something, but some could mistake that for a certain mustache. But, I mean, wrong side to see it on because of the hair. I mean, it's obviously not a mustache. Like I said, it's obviously not a mustache. Okay, but just from looking at it straight on, yeah, it could be mistaken for a mustache, but that's still, again, okay, the queen. That one definitely, it looks like an actual girl. Okay? Gearhead, noble, all these have basically been looking like guys. This one, maybe you got a guy or a girl. I can't really tell. That the face screams possible girl, but then you go to combine it with the hair. you're like, oh yeah, that's probably a guy, just real young for his age. But my God, these are all mostly men. Except for like one that I can guarantee of. I mean, like I said, there is the moon and then there is the magician here. I'm not saying that they're not women, but with the whole hair there, it's just screaming. I mean, minusing the hairstyle here, okay? Just going with just the face alone, that is one manly sculpted face for a woman, okay? And the moon, can't really tell. Let me see about the armor here. Better be changing to frickin' something else other than color, man. Stop changing color. God, all it does is change color. Custom, newbie, Sir Theobald, Baroness. One sec. Oh, my neck. Baroness Syre? I can't read that name. Whatever. Human Guy Hair? Am I reading that? Yeah, Human Guy. Oh, Guy Marr. My bad. Knight Lewis. Duchess Richeza. And yeah, like I said. Wait, how does that. How does that. What? Ew. God, that makeup. Ew. Ew. She got in a fight and lost. And I'm pretty sure it should, with a remark, with the right remark, could say, "Oh, you should see the other guy. He's still in the hospital." But yeah. Anyways. Earl Otto? Earl Odo? Yeah, I'm not gonna try and pronounce it. Squire Love? Am I really reading that right? Yeah, I did. Oh, excuse me. Lady Imani? Yeah, Lady Imani. Magistrate Theodric. Baron something or other. Oh, so that was Margrave. My bad. Count Monte Carlo. Butt Stallion. Really? Really? Butt Stallion? And then we're back to newbie. Well, we're going to say back. We're going to go body and personality. Body type. That one. This one. That one. This one. Body size. There. Head size. Anyways.
Something has to change.
Magnificent!
Justice is always in fashion.
How's this? That was a rhetorical question. I know I'm amazing.
Now that is a look.
So it looks like all the A's are the girls and all the B's are the guys.
I could do with a change.
What have we here?
Behold, or whatever.
Grim.
Something has to change.
My image is in need of refinement.
Ha ha! Now this is the look of a hero.
Begin afresh.
Ha!
Okay, I'm gonna go with...
Yeah, I definitely made the right choice. Animal, you. Gods, you're good.
I'm gonna go with clever. No, I'm not gonna mess with the voice pitch. Okay, facial features. Head shape, graceful. Oh god. I really cannot read. Don't even ask. This is like really terrible. Reserved, hardened, aquiline? Aquiline? Yeah, I'm having a hard time reading sometimes. Oh, I can edit. Rawr. Okay, so there's neutral, noble, refined, graceful, elven, aquiline, tricksy, dwarven, and orcish. I think I want refined or noble. Yeah, probably refined. Yeah. Skin color. Newbie, human 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Exhumed. Forged blood. Ifrit. Dryad. Deep One. Cloudkin. Astral. Void Soul. And Scales. We'll go Astral. Hair and headgear. Get through all of this. There we go. Okay, so we got bald, mullet over. Basically, a mullet is where the hair just comes right past the up. Well, not past the shoulders, but down to the shoulders. That's all what a mullet is. It's just hair that comes all the way and it just stops right at the shoulders. Favored foe. Edgy backstory. Unkempt herald. And I think my friend just left with my brother, didn't he? Let's go look. Yeah, he did. Okay, so I'm gonna stand like right here for a minute, so that way I can read and go through this real quick, because after I get this situated, I gotta go to the bathroom. So, Rose by any name, main character. I sort of liked this one, sort of. Dragon Locks, Sundered Under, Warrior Knot, Frodo, Get the Point, Cat Ears. Which they did, didn't they? Yeah, they swapped our ears to being up there. So I guess I'm stuck with this one. Facial hair and masks. None. Short scruff. Swindler. Soul energy patch. Oh. Outlaw's chops. Mutton guts. Mutton cuts. Courtier's coiffure. Roguish goatee. Fully strapped. Full coverage. And beard barian. Of course, gotta say none. Hair color, definitely not gray. Black, brown, ashen brown, light brown, bronze, blonde, strawberry blonde, russet blonde, natural red, dark cherry, warlocks, blessed tresses, white, true neutral, gray. Well, we're going with the warlocks. And I gotta go. I cannot hold it now. Okay. Okay. Okay, ear symmetry. Yeah, sure, why not? Keep. Okay, ear shape. You don't have to have pointed ears. Oval, squared, rounded, broad, protruding, narrow. It's always best to try to look at your character more head-on when you're trying to see about the ears. Attached, angular, pointed up, droopy, and long. But yeah, you always want to... Ooh. Now, when it comes to ears, you don't really want to hide your character's ears. You also don't want to have the kind of ears that are like way out there. Okay, you don't want ears that are just way out there. Let's see. You know, like this, okay? Unless you're trying to make your character very ugly and or funny, then stay from either the trying to hide the ears or trying to have them shown way out there. Okay? Because if you're trying to, like, say, hide the ears, that would be like the narrow, I think it is. Where is it? Is it narrowed? Is there a narrow? Yeah, there was a narrow, so. Okay, there's attached and angular. Yeah, attached is the is what I'm talking about. Like, you're seriously trying to hide the ears. Okay? So, we'll just go, like, not really squared or rounded. Maybe rounded. But we'll stick with oval. That's pretty default anyways. And see, then of course there's the ear size. And if we had the ear symmetry off, then we'd be able to adjust both left and right. But I'm not that concerned. Nose shape. That is not exactly small, my dude. Smooth, small, soft, wide. God, these are... Am I just, like, really too close to the freaking face or something? Like, it's... Like, character trying to headbutt the camera or something? God. Let's just gonna rotate to the side here. Let's start again. Smooth, small. Yeah, I'm not... We're not gonna go with a nose that's, like, really rounded. Smooth is like your default average nose. Then there's small, where it's just more implanted into your face. Soft is where it's a little droopy. Wide is where it's like wider, you know, wider. Bulb is where it's sticking out just a little more than the average smooth here kind of deal. Then we got round, where it's more round-ish, you know, like like all around. It's like all protruding outward, rounder. It's rounder out sideways. It's just round in general. Flat. It's basically just nothing but perky is just up a little. Hook. More witchy-like. Pointed. Again, more witchy. You know, what you would expect for a witch back in the day of having a nose of would be pointed. Long, bumpy. We're into the real witch noses. Bowl, snub, large. Yeah, ever since we hit, like, down here, yeah, this whole last row is, like, and then we got broken, except for this one. But these two rows here, so these 8 here are all your basic witch-type noses. These are all an average nose of a person. Like, the perky nose could happen to the person if they kept bumping into a door just right to where the nose kept going up. You know, it just kept you know. Like, they kept getting head types of bumps on the nose where someone kept going boom on them, or running into the door and the nose just goes up, you know. It's basically how one can change their body growing up. So remember, if you want your kid to alter their body growing up, then tell them to keep bumping their nose upward, you know? Like, keep going hitting like a door or have something just come and bonk them in the nose upward, and eventually their nose will actually be up more, okay? Seriously, that's how things happen growing up. How I stepped on something that hurt. And it was it glass? Hold on. I did injure my foot like a day or two ago, and it wasn't on purpose either. It was I was outside walking my cat, and he doesn't travel far from the house, but he sometimes goes into the backyard, and we ended up walking into the backyard, and I stepped on something of a, let's just say it was an acorn topping of the acorn shell. Let's just say it was something like that, and I stepped on the sharp bit, and it just about impaled my foot. So yeah, I guess that my foot's a little tender there. But yeah, as I was saying though, that is seriously how one grows up. So basically, whatever you do as a kid growing up is basically like how you shape your body. Okay? And yeah, it is. It's a weird fact that no one really looks deep into. I mean, I haven't really like bonked my head or into anything. I haven't really done anything real damaging to my body. Like nothing real terrible. I mean, I did like drop a rake on my foot, but then again, that just meant that I shouldn't be playing with rakes, especially when they're made of metal. In case you're wondering, how did you hurt your foot? How did you hurt your foot on a rake? Well, the rake was metal. The real irony was that it was that me and my cousin were in the backyard and we were sitting there just having fun hanging the hook, and it was like off the tree branch, and it was like, hey, look, it's hanging. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I'm gonna try. So I'm sitting there trying, and I'm like, how in the hell, you know? And it was like hanging too. It was hanging, but then I kept grabbing for it as it was coming about to fall down, and then like I just kept hanging and hanging and hanging, you know, and all of a sudden, eventually, like, she had it hanging, man. I'm like, how the hell did you get it? It was hanging there for a very good minute. I could not get it to hang for a minute. I'm like, I couldn't even get it to hang for like 5 seconds. So I'm like, you know, I just kept doing that. I'm like, how the hell? And eventually, the rake actually ended up slipping just fast enough to where it fell right onto my foot, impaling it. I have a scar too to prove it, but I ain't that flexible. I mean, I can get my foot up here. Well, can't really to see you guys, but because you know you're up here, I'm down here. So, I mean, I could tell the camera I can rotate the camera myself, but I could also when I was setting up the camera, I could tell the camera that the camera is I could have told that the camera was either under the TV, and it would have been like, oh, so, you know, looking upward instead of downward. But damn itch. Okay, but yeah, but instead I was like, you know what, camera is above the TV, so now it's actually looking down, and even though the camera is actually staring straight on, it's still pointed downward. So, but yeah, we'll just go with the smooth, I guess. Hi, Tacros. Here, how about this? Hold on. How about this? Come over here. Come here, Tacros. Hey, Tacros. Jerk. Walked out on me. No side. Okay, that would so be helpful to me. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. I want it actually about halfway. About, there we go. That's good enough. Nose height. That again. We don't want it cranked up, but it was a little too cranked down too. So I sort of want it like, kind of deal, but a little more down. About, there we go. Mouth symmetry, mouth shape. There we go. So we got small, thin, which is apparently like the upper lip is less than the lower lip. Then we got wide, where the mouth is just out there. Bowed. So this is also the smile too, not just the lips. Oval, round, heart, full, ethereal, pursed, stalwart, and dry. We'll go with the ethereal. Not really caring about the whole upper lip size, the mouth height. It's pretty... I think the mouth height is a little high, right? Yeah. So there we go. Just a little down. There we go. Okay, eyes. We got the eyes. And, wow. Gave us the worst for last. God damn. Eyebrows. Ah, damn. Nasal leakage. Hate that. Oh, damn. Anyways. Okay, so we got none. We don't want... We don't want to have... eyebrows are best to have, okay? Always have eyebrows, okay? They always express... They help do a person's expression, okay? Like, you know, the whole, huh, kind of deal. Like, huh? Huh? You know? Just the raised eye. I mean, I don't know how you can raise... I mean, I can close one eye, but I'm trying to raise the eyebrow, not both. I don't know how you do it. I can't do... That's some of the many things I cannot do. Anyway, so we got sharp, plucked. Yeah, I don't want thin and I don't want plucked, but I might want the sharp. Keep that one in mind. Severe. Oh, we're so severe. Let's call those the Nobunaga Oda eyebrows. Anyways, flat, pointed. No, you also don't want thick eyebrows. You don't want thin eyebrows and you don't want thick eyebrows, okay? Eyebrows are also good for our eyes because the fact being is that, believe it or not, our eyebrows are catching dust in our eyes. Well, the eyebrows are catching dust from going into our eyes. That's tongue-tied. Okay? So, if you have thin eyebrows, I mean, mine are a little bit on the thin side, but you don't want them too thin, okay? If you have too thin of eyebrows, you're basically gonna have to do like, put like ointment over your your eyes where your eyebrows should be, and end up having to put that ointment on until your eyebrows grow back. That's why you don't want thin eyebrows, especially when they get too thin. Too thick, you'd look funny. But yeah, you would look funny with having thick eyebrows, such as this, okay? That is very thick eyebrows. Okay? Now, there are actually people out there, once in a while, it's not very common to see on someone, but if someone prefers bushy eyebrows, it just means that they haven't, like, groomed their eyebrows, in a sense, to thinning them out or anything. They just had them grow. I don't think eyebrows really grow, but the point being is that they never really trimmed them or anything to make them look nice. And it's like, Do you? And it makes some people think, how do you know how silly you look with eyebrows that huge? Horned, and then we got thick. So yeah, we're gonna go with sharp. Eyelashes. Eyelashes is a secondary defense in keeping dust out of our eyes. It's not a primary defense. The primary defense is the eyebrows. The eyelashes is secondary, but they're not really meant for stopping dust. Okay? They're basically a sense of stopping water per se from getting into our eyes. Because when you go to blink and close your eyes, you blink a hell of a lot faster than what you're thinking. Okay? That basically, when, like, for instance, snow falling, right? When it's snowing outside, I know there's some countries, especially at the equator, but if you're in the northern hemisphere, or the southern hemisphere, way near, like, Antarctica or the Arctic Circle, then you would understand. So the eyelashes basically help keep the snow out of our eyes, okay, when it's falling down, okay? And we don't want thick or long. Oh, looks like wow. Those are really thick, and those are very long. Ugh, wow. I'm just gonna have to go with, I'm surprised they don't have thin. Thin is basically what is average. Eye shape. Smooth. Narrowed. Focused. Yeah, you gotta like how there's focused and then there's narrow, and they look exactly the same. Narrowed is more like you're really focused deep, you know? Like you're so focused deep with your eyes that you're like really like, it's almost like you're angry about something, but you're not angry. Maybe you could be questioning it. But focused is more like, I'm studying you. Okay? And the narrowed is basically like, I got my eye on you. Like, Then we got the sleepless, which is technically kind of my eyes. That's kind of my eyes. Because I hardly blink. You'll see that I will hardly blink. If I'm ever this close to the camera, ever, try watching my eyes. See how often I blink. It's not very often. I've been the kind of person that if you blink, you miss it. And yes, there are instances where people have seriously blinked and you miss it. There is a town not too far from here where you can actually just drive right through it, and it is seriously a blink and you will miss it. Because it's just along this road. The whole town is along this road out of an intersection. That's the whole town. Hardened. Then we got weathered. Yeah, weathered is basically they're like exhausted. Hardened is more like you've seen some stuff. You've really seen some stuff. Then you got puffy, where you're not only like weathered of exhausted or sleep. It's a mixture of both being sleepless and weathered is what puffy is, kind of deal. What happens to you when striking. Why? Oh God, Ahigo eyes. You might not want to search that word up. In some cases, it can be taken the wrong way. Anyways, light, deep, almond, pinched, wow. That is stoic, heavy, sunken, oh god, and reptilian. I'm probably going to go with one of the eyes up here. Probably focused. Pupils! We got dot, which is your average eyes for anybody, really. But then again, this is a fantasy character, so focused. And I like how the eyes are, like camera lenses back in the day. Okay, basically how cameras worked back in the day is that a shutter would come closing in, and depending on how, I mean, our cameras do it even nowadays, but it's been all digitalized. Okay, but basically, this is how the shutters of a camera worked. Is that the more closer the I think it was the more closer the shutters were to the camera lens of how close they were, was basically where it was more focused at, and as it got wider, more open, you'd see more of the picture. Feline, small. No, we're not going with small. Grim outlook, and wide aperture. Okay, so basically the wide aperture is wow, that is strong. So apparently what the wide aperture is, it's basically, it's eyes that are like no is it iris? No, iris is the color. The color. What is it? It's the white of your eyes. Okay, it's that part. I forget right now, but it's that part of your eye where the in this case, those eyes, they don't have like there's no white of the eyes. Okay, so in this case of the eyes, it's just basically we're looking at eyes as if it's just all iris and pupil. Okay? It's just the iris and pupil alone. Nothing more than that. Come on. Okay, I think I did that on it. Okay. So we're probably going to go with the grim outlook. I mean, technically you should go with the grim outlook if your character's like an actual, like, say, necromancer. But our character's not, but we're going to go with it because I like those eyes. It was either those eyes or I go with these eyes, okay? Eye colored. Brown, blue, hazel, amber, gray. I think mine are green. Mine are like green or blue. I mean, I can't really tell. I mean, I've seriously looked in the mirror, and sometimes I've seen them being blue or even hazel or even green. I can't even tell the difference on that. But I think we're going to go amber, though. See how much better those eyes look? Not changing the size or the height. Spacing's fine. There we go. So the facial features are done. Face decoration! Oh, God. Scar. Ugh, hold on. Just do it this way. So we got no scar. Pock marks. So basically, pock marks are like, I guess you can probably say they're like they had chicken pox and they like tried scratching at them and left those marks. Because, you know, from all the scratching, you know. Carbuncles. Sort of looks like warts in some cases. Exiled. Maybe. Clawbringer brand. Stabomancer brand. Skeet attack. I don't know if you got attacked by a skeet. Really bad shave. My god, how bad of a shave did you do? Spell Shot brand, Graveborn brand, Spore Warden brand, and Berserker brand. I could say something, but I don't want to probably get possibly demonetized for what I could say about this instead. Especially when it's over the mouth area, you know, and on a girl, and, yeah, stuff. I don't think I want to go any further than that. Anyway, so I sort of do like this Spore Warden brand here, but like I said, I also liked the Exiled. Flip a coin! I am flipping a far-fetched Pokecoin! And yes, I have a far-fetched Pokecoin. But I'm going to try and get as close as I can to the camera, so give me a second on the lens here, figuring out. See? It's a far-fetched. And it is a Pokecoin. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it on the camera. See? Wrong way. See? Far-fetched Pokecoin. Okay? It's the best I can do. Just so you know, I'm not grabbing 2 coins here. These coins, though, these coins were something of a thing back in the day. Okay? What you would do is that those numbers and that color that you saw, the numbers were the attack power. Okay? And basically what you do is you put the coin on the table, and whoever you're going up against, they would also put a coin on the table. And you both spun the coin on the table. Not like sideways spun it like this. No, you spin it like this on the table. Okay? And basically whoever had the higher attack number won. Okay? Whoever had the higher attack number won. Now, there were other coins, obviously, because there was other Pokemon. So they can't, not all of them are the same one Farfetch'd, okay? Or the same goddamn Pidgey. Yes, I went there, people. I said the goddamn Pidgey. Anyways. But yeah, I do have a Pinsir. And a Rattata. Now, the color, there's a color on them, like the Farfetch has an orange and green. That meant something, but like I said, this was like something a long time ago. I don't really remember what it was. But if you remember, good for you. And you can let me know in the comments below about the coin. Okay? But I have more than just 3 of them. I have a Butterfree around here somewhere. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, you just spin them. Higher number wins. Lower number loses, obviously. And the color, it meant something, but I don't really remember what. It was like a special attack was done, basically. Like I guess, it wasn't really like an instant KO to your opponent, no. It was more like, if you lined up to your opponent, you know, the same, doing the color, I think it was like you got to double your attack, and you basically got to spin again, I think, and double your attack. You know, double your number. So basically, I think, if I spun on the colors, I got to spin again, and if I hit the 70, then it would be a 140, you know? But of course there was much more powerful coins out there, which I think there was a Mewtwo coin, but, because I think he had like 200 something, okay? I did have a coin that actually had like 100, okay? And I don't remember what happened to that coin right now, but yeah. But anyways, flipping. Far-fetched's heads, the gold side of the Pokecoin is... well, I don't think it is gold, because if it was gold... No, I think it is actual gold, because I've had these, like, in my hand, too, and I think it's only fool's gold, off-brand gold would, like, if it was off-brand gold, it would be bad to your skin. And I've had these around for quite a while, and yeah, I think these are actual gold, so. And gold's a little worthless, so. Yeah, I know, gold's not worthless. Compare gold to silver, or gold, or, compare gold to, like, silver or titanium. Just compare gold to some other metal that's either durable, or either... just compare gold to another metal that is either more durable or used in the currency that is used to make your coins or some other metal, okay? And believe me, your penny is technically, here in America, the penny is actually more expensive than a penny. And only on a penny is 1 cent. 1 penny. One measly, like, if you see something of a price of like $5.99, well, 4 pennies makes 4 pennies, and 1 nickel makes up that 9. Okay? A nickel is worth 5 cents. Okay? So, and yes, those pennies are actually worth more than what they are. But, oh yeah, I forgot. I flipped the coin and I forgot what... so, Farfetch will be this one, the Spore Warden brand, and the gold side would be the Exiled. Okay? And we'll do, like, a 2 out of 3 kind of deal, like, in case we get a tie. Like, I'll flip it, like, twice, and if I get, like, a tie, then I'll flip it one more time, so... That way it's a little more fair. Now I dropped the coin. Where'd it go? Where'd the coin go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Flip. Come here, Pincer. We got Pincer, so that was a heads up for Spore Warden. And see what I said? Well, I know you guys can't see it, but I got the gold side up, and that's the Exiled. So, and I've been flipping it with the Pincer side up. And there we go. It became Exiled. See? First one to get, 2, and Exiled 1. So there we go. Flip Scar. I don't think that matters. Tattoo. Okay. Flame Kissed. Please tell me there's a Spore Warden of this. Vanishing Trail. Divination Lens. And Wyvern's Wrath. That actually looks good. The Wyvern's Wrath. We're going to go with that one. Flip Tattoo. Let's see. Well, yeah, we'll make it be on on the right. Okay, the color of the tattoo. Well, excuse me. Oh no, I thought that was another Pokecoin. I had like a set of them. Like, I had a set, my brother had a set, and they went missing from either cleaning or they went off into who knows where. Basically, the whole missing sock realm. Where the missing socks go, as people would joke about. Anyways, Nethertide Shadow, Dusk Blaze, Golem Glam, Bronze Colossus. I'm not seeing a difference besides he's just being like red to orange. Mossy Glade, Seawarg Sass, Cobalt Culture, Wildflower Funk, Sylvian Sky, Royal Arms, Brick Village, Flamingo Flavor, Forge Fatale. I might make it that, because I'm like seriously trying to see color change here. I mean, I just keep seeing it like either as freaking red or like black. And I ain't colorblind! Just keep seeing it as a type of red or black. Molten Noble, Dragon's Horde, Cosmic Void, Metal... There, that's a different color. Pink! Metal Majesty. That's a pinkish purple. Mostly pink, though. But yeah, I am being weirded out about all of this color. But I guess I'll go with the Forge Fatale, I guess. There, I was trying to get... Wait, what? Oh, that's right. Makeup. The eyeliner. Basically, under the eye. None. Iolence. Like benevolence, only it's eye. Catch of the day. I'm not even seeing... Bold and brash. Okay, I gotta change the color. I can't see the eyeliner color. Golem Glam, Bronze, Flower Funk. What was that? Oh yeah, there. What was that one? That one was freaking pink. That color was pink. There we go. Okay, yeah, no, sorry, it was over, it's just, it's the over the eye, it's the, up here, and off to the side sometimes, so there we go. Graphic Iolence, Catch of the Day, Bold and Brash, 2 peas in a pod, Under Dark. But yeah, see, sometimes it can even be under the eye, too. It's just basically makeup around the eye. Wrap around, Winging It, Hoodwinked, and Faceted Face. And it's just basically, in some cases, it's a teardrop, but in this case, it's a heart. But I sort of like the Winging It when it comes to eyeliner. I mean, if you look at it this way, especially from the tattoo right there, with the thing having its mouth all kind of deal, then think of it as like our eyeball there is a fireball coming out, you know? You can think of it like that, especially. Okay, now that we got that, let's... Yeah, all these are different types of... Yeah, we got... Yeah, so we got basically dark colors here, besides that last one. And then we got brighter, different colors of red. It's like... Wow, these colors are terrible. It's like orange, red, green... Different colors of green, orange, and red. And then there's like gray or dark in some cases, like this one. So, I guess I'll go with another Tide Shadow. Eyeshadow. Now, in this case, it's, again, it's like, oh, wait a sec. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The eyeshadow is more like, in a sense, like adding powder to your, to your face when you, like, back in the day, a long time ago, when everyone's riding around on horses and just to get everywhere, and even guys wore makeup by putting powder on their faces, making themselves look younger or whatever, even though they were freaking, like, kind of deal, you know, old and elderly. Try and hopefully cover up their wrinkles, because you know, younger people had bright, shiny skin, while the old folks had dark and dirty skin. Because there was no such thing as water back in the day. Well, there was water, but my point being was the running water. No clean water back in the day. Okay, so sort of like that rolling fog kind of deal, I think. Smoke ring, no. Hazy shade. We don't want too much eye makeup. We don't. I mean, see, big and bright, that's just covering our wings. Our wings. Flickering gaze. Glamour. Starburst. Piercing stare. And crystal eyes. We're going to go with the piercing stare. There we go. Really add to the look of the eyeliner there. And of course we'll keep the eyeshadow color the same. See, that's what the real eyeshadow color of the makeup is. So if we actually went with this, we went down there, and went to the eyeliner color the same, say it would look like that.
Don't worry about him.
God damn it.
He'll come back again for me.
Okay, and next is blush. Blush, it just is supposed to be like around the cheeks. So, and I don't think we're going to add any blush. But I will, like I said, change the color, though, down to the metal. So that way we can see it a lot better. There we go. Look at that. Contortionist. Flushed and lush. Weird frecks, but okay. Straight and narrow. Ample dimples. Defined and divine. Sleek toned cheekbones. Strong lines. And royal icing. Yeah, see? Like I said, I didn't like any of these, so none. God damn it, we're not done in the face. So, blush color. We're actually almost done. We've got just the lipstick. Just in case. Lipstick. Okay, so I'm going to say none again. Go back down to color. And change it from the black there to our Metal Majesty favorite makeup color right now. To see these colors. Light touch. Face paint. Richly appointed. Matte pack. Laying it on. Impression. Indulgent. And main event. I think I want to go light touch. Okay. Let's now go with meow. Go with the black, I guess. Yeah, we don't want. Yeah, see, it just gets more darker and more thicker. We don't want, like, it was, like, really We don't want like light touch either. So either face paint. Originally pointed it is just a little too much, I guess. So I guess we're gonna have to go with face paint. And we're not gonna go with Nether Tide Shadow. We're gonna go with no. Well, maybe the second one here, Dusk Blaze, maybe. I'm just gotta go through them all. We're not going with Flamingo Flavor either. Dragon's Horde, nah. Yeah, we're gonna go with Dusk Blaze. There we go. Okay, so we're done with body and personality, facial features, and face decoration. Yay! We're almost done! Ish! Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Armor pattern. I'm trying to see it. It just says tunic tone, and I'm just not seeing. Okay, that's where it's at. Night Stripes. Mad Motley, Inspiration. Gotta like zoom in, but we can't zoom in. Tasteful Tabard, High Elf Fashion, and Striking Lichen. I think I want to go with this one because the icon I see is a dragon, but I am not seeing no dragon on it besides right there at the frickin' hip pauldrons. And Inspiration, I see like a skull on the front piece there, some skulls on the front piece, and like some stars. It's like a freaking, I don't know, it's like a kid got their hands on it, and you can see that they've, you know, a young kid got their hands on making designs, and just you can slowly see that they got older with each picture because they ended up drawing a skull. So I guess I'll go with that. Under Armor pattern. Is that my, yeah, that's my pants basically. So tunic tone, pattern, stripes, checkers, bamboozle, chainmail. Might go chainmail there. Camouflage, what's tatters, leather up, magic doodles, and noble finery. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with the fucking chainmail. Primary color. Okay, I was trying to look for where the primary color was. It's like the hands, the feet. Is it really all just leather? Oh, there, we had some other, not leather. Magenta, Montbank, magenta. I know that was leather, but Royal Splendor, Regal Regalia, and finally Wonderstone. Huh. I'm gonna go with the Royal Splendor. Okay. Hey, this is the chest armor, so I might go with the boiled black leather. Yeah, because just going Royal Splendor, we lost our demon guy down there at our beneath the belt. That is hurting my eyes. I don't know if it's hurting your guys' eyes, but that is hurting my eyes with that much color. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, if it doesn't hurt, as long as it doesn't hurt your eyes and hurt someone else's eyes, go ahead. Go ahead and play with that color, man. I mean, I at least like it around the legs. I just wish it wasn't just, like, it was just, I'd like it more if it was just the legs only, but Everywhere else, that's just hurting my eyes. That is brutal. This one was close to hurting my eyes, but then that other one, just out the door. So, this one though, you could use if you want to make it look like the little demon guy there that's on our armor is underwater, I guess. But let's go with the boiled black leather, like I said. Tertiary. Don't want to go boiled black again. Let's go with something else here. Probably Ree's red. Let's see. No. 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 And yeah, no. So we're going to go with that Ree's red. There we go. Okay, Cacros, come here. Come on, I know what you want. Come on. Hey. Cacros, come here. Come on. This is what he wanted. This is what he wanted, right? He wanted to get up on me and jab me in the face, right? No, he didn't jab me in the face, but he wanted to walk all over me. Okay, so I guess we're going to continue. I don't think I want to hit that slider overdrive. I feel like I'm going to just lose a lot of crap that I just did. That's what I feel like. If I was, like I said, if I go to presets here, I'm going to lose everything I just did. So anything past this thing, I'm pretty sure I might lose something. So continue. Okay, our character background. Oh, we were a village idiot. Okay, yep. Got it, okay. Oh, you sweet large child, blessed with looks, muscles, and exactly 2 brain cells that never call each other. You are made in the image of the gods, specifically Belthian, god of himbos. You were always destined either for greatness or to be legally categorized as construction equipment. Archetype, thick. So basically we get an increase in strength, but we lose intelligence and wisdom, which our spell cooldown and status damage would be down. That is something we do not want. We want our wisdom up. We want intelligence, wisdom, attunement. Basically, we want those last 4 upped. Any of those last 4 upped. But dexterity and strength, they can be down. Okay, like, this is raised by elves. That's pretty close. Constitution can be downed, okay? That can be downed. But it doesn't have to be down to drastic. It doesn't have to be... I mean, that's not a drastic down, okay? But it's just right there, the dexterity is also upped. So that's why it's a no. You really don't like bringing it up, but you grew up in an elven commune. A steady diet of uncooked leaves and tree sap has left you light on your feet, but scrawny. Also, if you have to hear one more harp solo in your life, you're going to lose your gourd. Nice. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Failed monk. Ooh, that is pretty close to what I was talking about. A powerful calling led you to leave your life behind and travel to a monastery where you could learn ancient teachings and contemplate the meaning of all things in peace. Then you emptied a chamber pot out the window and hit the head monk mid-yawn, fearing that vows of non-violence can only extend so far. You fled in the night, seeking another calling. Oops. That's why we're a failed monk. One sec.
I didn't hear you say it. You were in there yapping, John. starters is 2 toaster strudels. With sugar and sugar and sugar.
Come on, Jack Rose. Get in the way. Okay. Recovering inventory hoarder. Okay. This I could also deal with too. So failed monk and recovering inventory hoarder is what we could deal with. You once scrambled across your fantastical world, stuffing your pockets with every last candlestick and wheel of cheese you could sweep off the shelves. You've sworn off junk, but now your eye turns toward implements of destruction and their gleaming loot beams. Rogue. So I take it that we're going to get like 2 ups and 2 downs and 2 unchanged. So we do want the intelligence and attunement at least, I'm hoping. So apparently these are all just have a focus in something more than others. So let me see. Oh, what the hell was that? What the? Okay. Nerfed by the bunker master. That is something I could actually deal with. Let's see if there's something else like that. A street urchin success story, apprentice barnacle scrapper. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a intelligence and attunement, or yeah, we're gonna just try. Let's see what it has intelligence and attunement being upped. Okay, that's wisdom. Look for and there we go. So recovering inventory hoarder, and yeah. But let's see. Yeah, that is the attunement. Oh no, that's a skill. That's skill cooldown. So, and we're the druid, which oh god. I gotta look it up. Or at least back up a freaking, what, hour ago now? Or was it 2 hours? Yeah, it was real long. Let's see. It was a real long time ago. Almost 2 hours ago. Okay, there we go. Because I remember I chose Spore Warden. Right? Or no? Oh no, I chose light color, right? Is that what I chose? Okay, I chose Spore Warden. So I chose Spore Warden, right? Yeah. Spore Warden. And then... So I have to choose something with skill. There's a... So I need attunement if I... Come on. Did I continue or no? Okay, I did continue. Okay, so I chose Spore Warden. So I gotta choose something with skill cooldown and possibly either... So attunement, wisdom, or... So attunement and... Let's see if there's a attunement and constitution. Besides being nerfed by the Bunker Master. Come on. No, there is no constitution and attunement. But let's see. We need the attunement at least. So, raised by L's. I could deal with that one. Raised by elves. But yeah, that's why I was looking for the Constitution one with attunement, because it gives more HP. But since there is no HP with attunement, besides being nerfed, but we're just looking for anything that's with attunement, but doesn't have intelligence. So Rogue Alchemist. So far they're raised by elves. I would see much better doing. Anyways, the Royal Alchemist Society strictly regulates transmutation magic. Screw those guys. You made a name for yourself hawking off-brand affordable jewelry, but are recently unemployed and on the run after the local baron discovered his new golden amulet was made of chocolate. Yes! But yeah, like I said, we could do the nerfed by the Bunker Master, because it does, like, everything is upped. Or we can be the raised by elves. But I sort of wish that the attunement one was a little more higher than the dexterity one, though. So, see, that's why there is this one. But yet it does the intelligence, and that's not what we need, because we're not really casting spells, we're doing skills. And the Rogue Alchemist does wisdom more than attunement, which is still a no. And, well, there's, but anyways, nerfed by the Bunker Master. Like that one goddess from that one mythology we're trying to stop naming things after, you burst forth fully formed from a god's head. You're good at pretty much everything. In fact, too good. The Bunker Master didn't mean to give you this character, so, here, you'll take a dexterity hit. Yeah, that's probably balanced. Basically, it just means that, hey, whenever we do hit with a crit, it's going to be damaging. And basically, to offset this of our poor dexterity crit chances, we just basically run around giving us gear that ups our dexterity or our chance to crit, and that would offset our debuff there. As long, I mean, we can, whenever you level up, sure, we can focus all our points in strength, intelligence, wisdom, and constitution and attunement, sure. But, you know, offset with equipment, with dexterity and, you know, dexterity equipment, or, but if this equipment ever does require dexterity, then we can always offset that by just putting points into our dexterity to balance off the other skills and just work from there. Anyways, clown blood. Let's see. Okay, so apprentice barnacle scrapper. So either this one or the raised by elves is what I got to choose from, besides nerfed by the bunker master. So, clown blood. Ha! Oh, ho ho! There's a curse in your blood, stranger. Somewhere snarled in the fetid roots of your family tree is a pair of comically oversized shoes. Do you hear it? The honking? The chortles? Yes. The forbidden knowledge of the clown flows through your veins. Apprentice barnacle scrapper. From the day you laid eyes on your first galleon encrusted in sea warts from the poxed kiss of the umpteen seas, it was your dream to someday wedge a chisel underneath those bad boys. It wasn't long before that dream became reality. You have a dock worker's brawn and a union paycheck, but now it's time for a new, less stupid dream. And I spat there. Anyways. Street urchin success story. It's the oldest story in the book. You and your filthy crew of pickpockets and thieves had found yourselves one last job. The big one. Something stank about it. Worse than you. But you were just malnourished and desperate enough to try it. We all know what happened next. It went pretty well. You all made a comfortable amount of money and moved out to the suburbs. Sometimes you write letters to each other, but it's been a while. Anyways. So, yeah, this one it takes a hit in the intelligence department, which like I said, don't mind that one being. But our attunement is definitely up. But the raised by elves, though, our constitution's hit. So I'm going to have to go with the one down here. I got to go with the apprentice barnacle scrapper. Okay. Now we got points to allocate. We got 10 points to add. So basically, we chose Spore Warden, which, so, strength, this is, says it's best, because of our apprentice barnacle scrapper, we get a +3 in strength. And it's normally best for the Clawbringer, Berserker, and Stabbomancer. So, technically we didn't really choose the best, backstory for our character. Yeah, we should have chose one that upped our dexterity. And yeah, dexterity and attunement, which was basically the raised by elves, but we took a hit in constitution. So that's why I did not want to go with that. So anyways, that was looking for something, but anyways, he found it. So we'll basically add some hero points into our dexterity to offset our slightly bad choice for of a backstory. So, oh good, it's a 1-to-1 point, good. So I'll add like 5 there. I'll add 5 there. And I'll add 2 here, and of course 3 here. There we go. And there, we're basically no longer offset. Anyways. Yeah, continue. Player name. Not newbie. Ooh, I know. Let's see if we can get a random name generator going here. Let's get ourselves a random name here. Anyways. I always like this one, this site. Give me a sec, I'll... Basically, you just type in fantasy name generator, and the site is basically called... It basically goes www.fantasynamegenerators.com. And when you click on it, it gives you a blue screen. Not a bad blue screen, but the screen is blue. And oh my god, there are so many freaking names. There's fantasy and folklore names. There's real names, places and location names, other names, pop culture, description gens, other generators. There's a whole, oh my god, a lot of crap. You can, if your favorite show is Avatar, they'll go through all the Avatar names. They'll give you like names that you'd probably hear from the Avatar show. Or if you liked Diablo, the game series of Diablo, they'll give you Diablo names. They'll give you Dragon Age names. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, the anime Dragon Ball, whatever, anything Dragon Ball related. I'll give you those names. DC Comics, actual Dungeons and Dragon names, Elder Scrolls, Final Fantasy names, Fallout names. Give you Halo names, Harry Potter, Horizon Zero Dawn names, Legend of Zelda names, Lord of the Rings, Magic the Gathering, Mass Effect, Minecraft, Monster Hunter. Yeah, these are all seriously names, name generators. Let's see. RuneScape, if you're into that still. Star Wars names. Voltron, if you remember that show. Warhammer, to all those Warhammer fans, there's a Warhammer name generator. There's the Warhammer name generator, and then there's the Warhammer 40k name generator. Just so you guys are not going to be confused over the name generators. Then there's also World of Warcraft names, such as a World of Warcraft name generator. Then there's a NPC race name generator, and then there's a pet name generator, or there's a generator for almost anything here. But unfortunately, there's no Borderlands yet on here. Darn. But give it time, there will be eventually down the road. But we're going to go with, see, I saw Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see, where did I see that at? I'm gonna go through that one. Okay, it looks like in an alphabetical order, so it'd be at the top here. H, G, F, E, D. There. I'm going to open up that one, and then, let's see, Fantasy and Folklore. Our person's not necessarily an elf, but they're more like an ethereal person. They're, a druid, right? Yeah. Whoop, that was Druid Gross, my bad. Okay, that was Druid Grows, Dryads. Let's go with the D&D here. There's no druid. The hell? NPCs. Dragon... And it just goes Genie. Darn. Okay, let's see. Well, what's another name for a druid, though? What was another name for a druid? Okay, I'm gonna do a new tab here for a second. Let's just type in druid name generator. See what we can get here. Female. Oh. Okay. Okay, okay, I like that name. Or no. Okay, there we go. That name. We're gonna mix it up here. We're gonna go with this generator I'm using from mythopedia.com. Don't ask how you get there. It's just mythopedia.com, and it just says name generator / druid names, but that's not the point. So we're going to go with this name here mixed with a druid grove name. So we're going to click a few times, and boom. Okay. So I do not know how long the name can be, so I'm just going to type here to find out. So Stein of no, let's do it this way. Of the Grove. I like up to this point here. I'm just looking for a of what, you know? I'm getting distracted by a show out there. Grove of what? Celestine of the Grove. I want to mention Grove in it, you know? Ooh, let's go with that. Of the... There it is. Enlightened Grove. But, oh... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got of the L and all. Let's see if we can. Oh, okay. So we only got up to that much. So that's of 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of what? So I gotta go with sign of the and we need a more named grove and it's short. Sign of yeah, these are all way too long. So let's just go with let's see, places and locations. Let's try a galaxy name. Ew. See, I gotta have like 7.
Are you full yet? Your sugar coming up?
I want to go with that, but it's again too long. Ooh, wait. Idea. Let's do a translation. So that's what I'll do. We'll translate it from English to oh. Ah, there we go.
Are you almost done the game? It's been 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. It's been terrible. I know. I know.
I'm joking for your information. But Dim, it's been terrible.
Okay, you know what? Okay. There we go. Let's see. You, I know it's gonna laugh. The one that's currently watching. There we go. Okay, so. Please. Ah, I just need 7 letters. I was hoping for it to be shortened.
How's it terrible? What happened?
I tried typing in that's my first, that's the name of my character, that's the first name, right? And then it's, like, I'm trying to say, like, where they're from, like, of what, and I want to make it be a Grove name. And I've tried doing a short word here, and it didn't want to be shortened. Instead, the name got longer when I had it translated from English to Irish. It got longer.
Wait, have you been making a character the whole time?
Yes, I have. Well, at one point, my friend called me out of the room to talk to me about something, apparently about his birthday. Don't ask. He was, like, trying to be all Mr. Serious and... So... yeah, I don't need that tab. Alright, let's try this one. Ah! Why? How is it that when you try to translate something from English into another language, especially when you're trying to be, like, respectful towards the other language, the wording gets longer? And you can't even fit the whole damn name. In some cases, the wording gets longer. But hey, if we say to translate this from English to Japanese, I got frickin' 5 characters to type in. Or I can just type it in frickin' English, but that would just be a whole lot longer. A whole lot longer. So what in the hell? I only need like 7 letters. That's all I can type in. God.